Hey, how's it going, you guys? Welcome back to some more 9-9. Last episode was just kind of a bit of talking, nothing like too crazy, except for the fact that our teacher came over and was saying a bunch of super hilarious stuff. So I loved that. That was freaking great. Uh, just an overall good time. She was telling me and Haruka to make out and then giving us advice about using protection. You know, normal teacher stuff, right? Anyways, we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it here. Something's gonna happen here soon. I just know it. Oh, I should also say we told our teacher about everything that's like going on with like Ghost and like, you know, relics and stuff. So that's kind of important. But yeah. So she just left, and Senpai left as well. I hear the door open and someone walks in. I don't hear a "I'm home," but it's got to be Sora. I stay here and wait for her to come into the living room. She doesn't show up. Oh gosh. I silently get to my feet and limp forward as stealthily as I can. We just have like this rock foot, so it's like just booming the whole room. I slowly pull open the living room door. Sora's standing right there. I almost ran into her. She's gonna say something stupid like, "Oh, I was being quiet in case you were doing something in there." She seems surprised too and stares at me rooted in place. Why are you so... Brushes by me and drops her bag. I go back to my spot and sit down. That was very suspicious. Oh yeah, something definitely happened. Okay, spit it out. Nope. That wasn't it. Spit it out. She definitely saw something. Totally saw something. What is it? I wake up my laptop and open a delivery site. Oh gosh, what are they hiding from us? What is this game doing? Sora sits down next to me and pores over the options. She slowly scrolls the mouse wheel, pursuing the restaurant list. Once she reaches the bottom, she scrolls back up instead of going to the next page. How is about pizza? Who says that? I will say the best pizza I've ever had was in Hawaii. It was like this, what was it? It wasn't Kahlua pork. It was some kind of specialty pizza, and it was so good. It's just not a place I would expect to have really good pizza. But then again, I've never been to New York, and I feel like New York would probably have good pizza. Sora clicks the link for a delivery pizza place and happily goes for the menu. Pizza, huh? We're seriously splurging here. Fortunately, our parents don't mind that the two of us are always eating out or ordering delivery. I grumble a lot about how they're too nice to Sora. When all's said and done, I pamper her a lot too. That is true. He does. Gosh, why are you getting so many medium pizzas? Why don't you just get a bigger pizza? That is a fair point. You can do that with pizza. Wait, what? What kind of pizza place has fries? What? I mean, wings, salad, sure. You know, like maybe some desserts or like some pasta, but fries? Have y'all ever heard of that? I have not. Sora advances to the payment screen and fills out all the necessary information. He doesn't need dessert because a certain Haruka gave him cookies. I wondered if she's going to mention that and she's going to say something. She's actually memorized my address. That's kind of impressive. Hey. I pull Sora's bag over to me and fish around for her wallet. Meanwhile, Sora's changing right in front. Even though she's the one changing in plain sight, she's probably going to give me some BS about don't peek. Since I don't want to have to deal with it, I take out her bag and get to my feet. Too comfortable around us.
いてよ。
Stop being weird. But I think she's having a moment here. Her expression grows serious as a hint of desperation in her voice. Surprised I turn around, Sora staring at me intently.
見なくていいからさ。いてよ。
わかったよ。
ありがと
Huh, okay. I mean, sure, I guess we can. Still weird, but... The sound of rustling clothes, I don't know why, but it leaves me anxious. My guy, stop. That's your sister. Stop. I know what you're trying to say here, but please stop. She's been trying to pretend nothing happened, but now I'm sure that's not true. If she's not telling me either it's something I can't do anything about or she doesn't want to burden me while I'm injured. She's into you, my guy, and she's like... She's been saying it up front, too. I could force her to spit it out, but... darn it. Normally I just ask her what's wrong, but thanks to Sophie's lecture from earlier, I can't help but overanalyze every single decision I have to make. What's the right thing to do here?
う。お兄ちゃん。
Sora's slender arms wrap around me. She presses her weight against me, warm and fragile.
空。
好き。
They're going for it. They're doing it right now.
Huh?
Hmm? Yep, yeah, huh? This isn't the time to hesitate.
聞いてくれる？
ああ、聞くよ。何でも言え。兄ちゃんが解決してやる。
ありがとう。あのね、
あ
ニーニのドラファンタクティクスのデータ。
Dang it, that's totally what I was thinking was about to happen. Overwrote my Dragon Fantasy Tactics save data. You know, you're just gonna have to leave, Sora. I can never talk to you again.
あ
ニーニが何百時間もかけてステータスマックスにしたデータ消しちゃったの。
うん。
あの最強の
Unforgivable.
軍団はもういないの。私の雑魚軍団に消し去られちゃったの。
How could you ever forgive somebody? How horrendous.
ニーニ、私は待ってるよ。今さら怒るものか。俺はお前を許すって言葉を。
Shut up, you would never say
ちょっ
that.
と離れて。
やだ、
離れてくれ。
嫌です。
離れろ。
やだ、叩くもん。
叩かない。
本当？
殴る。
ごめんなさい、許して。
なんでさ、お前はさ、そういうことするかな。
わざとじゃないです。ちょっとレトロなゲームやってみたかったんです。事故なんです。
事故って。お前さ、ほんとさ。俺の大事なものがどんどん失われていく。
And that's when Sora's like, don't worry, big brother. I'm right here. I won't vanish on you.
もうやんないでしょ。セーブデータ3年前だったよ。
だけど、そうだけど、お前が言うな。それをお前が言うな。
I mean, I have games like that. Maybe I'll come back to it. Who knows? Probably not, but...
ニータの大好き、許して。
Oni-chama? What the frick is that?
ぶっ飛ばして、張り倒して。
Be still, my fist. I'm just imagining freaking hoeing Kilma. He's like, ah, it's got my arm. Please, Lukako, I need an exorcism.
ごめんってば、本当に悪いと思ってるの。ごめんなさい。
おい、やめろ。閉めるな。俺。
ごめんなさい。
わかった。わかったって。
Okay, okay, shut up.
許しはしないけど。
Okay, stop, Sora. Freaking let go. Sora clings to me, sobbing out big old crocodile tears. I understand, of course, this is all just an act. She knows that I know something's wrong, so she's trying to distract me, making up stuff so I don't worry about her. Should I push her? Should I tell her she doesn't have to pretend to be cheerful with me? He's not gonna do it, but he should do it, because it's probably something important, and we're gonna get screwed over later by not knowing. Maybe I'm making a mistake here. Maybe I'm just too soft, but in the end I decide not to press for answers. I told you. I told you. It's going exactly how I said. Still worried, but for now I'll respect Sora's feelings. Mistake. This is a mistake. It is the 10th of May. Okay.
行ってきます。
Isn't the 10th of May when a bunch of bad stuff happened in episode 1? We'll see. We'll
いってらっ
see.
しゃい。
I'm not too hopeful, though. Just like yesterday, I see Sora off. She was back to her usual self this morning, but I still found myself asking her again if there really wasn't anything wrong. Needless to say, she just brushed me off. I know she's worked up over something, but I'm still hesitant to push her on it. We're in such a complicated mess here that I can't afford to act rashly. But it really is... Is it really being rash if all I'm doing is worrying about Sora? Would that really be putting things at risk? It's clear now why Sophie has been so selective with what information she tells us. The burden of knowledge can be a terrible thing. We end up paralyzed by our thoughts. We become too cautious, hesitating when we should be taking action. Man, what am I gonna do? Get with your teacher. That's the solution. This is all going wrong because you're trying to get with your sister, man. Like, you gotta get with your teacher instead. Just... Maybe that's morally wrong too, but it's less morally wrong, okay? I head back to the living room and sit down on my bed. For now, I should just focus on what I need to do. Whatever reason, my petrification has been healing more rapidly recently, and now my wrist and ankle are free, meaning I can finally take what's left of these pants off. The only spot remaining is my petrified shoe. It's like a really weird place to have petrified, but sure. Maybe the petrification healed fast because I slept all day yesterday, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think sleeping helps, for sure. But if I'm lucky, I'll be fully healed by tomorrow. I'll probably only need to call Mom once or twice more. I should be able to convince her not to come.
Moshi, 新見です。
ああ、母さん。かけるです。
ちょっとなんで名前言うのよ。人のネタ潰さないでよね。
Wow, okay. Such a comedian.
母さんのネタしつこいんだよ。悪いけど、今日も学校に電話しといてくれるかな。
あんたまだ具合悪いの？
ああ、多分今日で治ると思う。
That's so oddly specific. Yeah, I'm not good enough to go to school, but maybe like right after school, I'll be feeling better.
早く治しなさいよ。という。
何を？
なんで彼女できたこと黙ってたの？
Wait, you know about me and Sora? Just kidding.
昨日来たわよ。うちにお見舞いにって。
うちって、そっちに？てか、誰が？
Nope, nope.
だから彼女よ。
Nope, that's bad.
いやいや、いないし、彼女なんて。
That was Ghost, wasn't it?
なんでそんな嘘つくの？
いや、本当にいねえし。
でも来たのよ。
名前は？
誰？
There's no way it was Cujo. She had no reason to visit my parents' house. She doesn't even know where it is. The reasoning rules at Kosuke-senpai and Yuki. No, if she was back, Sophie would have told me. I can't think of anyone else who might be. If it's not Ghost, who is it? Yeah, it's pretty weird for sure. No, Mom, I can't see that. Freaking my chair always deflating on me. I need to get a new one. But I don't got money for that. What the frick?
いや、見えないし、こうじゃわかんないし。
なんだか印象の薄い子だったわね。
Hair in a
思い出せない
ponytail.
わ。結んでたのよ、後ろ。
To the side? Who is this?
結んでる？
そう、多分。何時かは忘れたけど、暗くなる前？
暗くなる前。空もいたでしょ。
ん？
空だよ。
ああ、そう。ソラちゃんよ、名前。
Oh. Sora is literally disappearing. Okay. Interesting. Okay, that's the direction they're going with this. Okay.
あんたの彼女、ソラちゃんよ。そうだったはず、多分。
No, this isn't how they introduced this. Y'all said it was pretty unique how they introduced their relationship together. Frick. No way they're doing this. Did she literally erase herself? She's not gonna be his sister. They're not gonna be related by blood. That's how they're doing this.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say. Nothing.
そ
Not
の
a
冗
word.
談は無理があるでしょ
You know, I'm just gonna chill back here. Nothing. I got nothing to say. We're just gonna hang out. You know, how are you guys doing? Yeah, doing good. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Yep. Okay, I'm done. I'll just keep playing. We'll just have a good time.
そっちこそ何言ってんのよ。可愛い彼女ね。印象薄いけど。
う。本気で言ってる？
あら、本当に彼女じゃないの？ストーカー？
Okay, so I paused the video there for a second. My wife came in and she was like talking to me. She's like, "Oh, I wanted to show you this video of like this time when I was like vlogging and I said I love you and stuff like that, right?" And I was like, "Oh, that's really sweet and cute." And then I'm like, she gets up to leave and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm playing the game right now." And I was like telling her how I thought the teacher was hot. And she's just like, "Okay, I'm leaving." Uh, I am terrible. I'm so terrible. I should not talk about that in front of her, but I do. I do. This is why she's always mad at me. Never tell, if you're in a relationship, never tell a woman you find another woman hot. Like, just don't do it. It does not work. Anyways, I'm just laughing tonight. I'm just having a good time. I'm vibing.
彼女でもストーカーでもない。
じゃあ何よ。
妹だよ。
ああ、そう。お兄ちゃんって言ってた。あなた彼女になんて呼ばせてるの。変な趣味ね。
Hey, you know, if he's into that, just let the man be. He's having a good time, okay?
いや、
はいはい。彼女のことちゃんと聞かせなさいよ。
いつかね。
Can't believe they're doing this.
ソフィー。
No, it only takes her a few seconds to appear. It feels like ages. By the time she arrives, I'm at my wit's end.
なに？切羽詰まった顔ね。
That's certainly a side effect.
非常事態だ。
簡潔に話して。
母さんが空のことを忘れてる。
確かなの？
演技とは思えなかった。
そう。確かに非常事態ね。
存在が消えると記憶も消えるだったよな。
ええ。
ゴーストじゃなく空にもその現象が起こっている。
Maybe her relics become too powerful that she doesn't have control of it anymore.
空の力が暴走してるってことだよな。
Oh
目
yeah.
に見える力じゃないから気づくのが遅れたわね。対抗力の弱い人間をそばに置いておくべきだった。もっとも気づいてもすぐには対処できないけれど。
霊薬ってやつすぐに用意できないのか？
無理よ。あと数日はかかる。
ストックとかないのかよ。前に使ったやつ。
前って1000年近く前のことよ。
Yeah, that
な
was
い
a
わよ
while.
ストックなんて。
くそ。
アンブロシアが完成するまで空のことを認識し続ける。あなたにできることはそれだけよ。
This is so just an excuse to get us together.
それだけって。
But as I'm shouting that comes to a realization. Sophie suggested keeping people with low impotence. In other words, people who aren't users around Sora to see if her artifact was going haywire. It's gonna be Yoichi, isn't it? Mom's already completely forgotten about Sora. In that case, what about Sora's
空は
classmates?
今。
少し待って。
Sophie lands on the table and freezes. Okay. This is probably a weird way of explaining it, but it looks like all the power went out of her, like a soul leaving its vessel. Yeah, she's probably, like, not using this body to monitor things. She remains like that for a
お
few
待た
moments.
せ。
Sophie's body once again
学
fills
校
with
には
life.
向かっていないわね。いつもの道からそれている。
どこに向かっている？
わからないわよそんなの。土地勘がないんだもの。
Well, what am I paying you for,
通
okay?
学路からどっちに向かったかだけ教えてくれ。
東。
東って言うと
I get up and
そ
pull
んな
my shirt
体
off.
で出かけるの？
ほっとけない。
石になった部分は隠しなさいよ。
分かってる。
Yeah, just put a cast on or something, we'll be fine. I thought it was just a shoe anyways. Put on a long sleeve shirt and stretch the cuffs out. I guess maybe our arms still have a little bit. Well, it looks weird I put a glove onto my right hand. As for my right foot, only one way to do this.
雑ね。
Sophie sighs as she watches me wrap my petrified shoe in packing tape. Heck off, I don't have time to worry about how I look. Once I'm done, I toss aside the roll of tape and get to my feet. I need to find Sora as fast as possible.
空を追い続けてくれ。
してるわよ。北に進路を変えた。
分かった。
Wonder what in the world she could be doing. I left my left foot into a shoe and dashed out the door. Sophie follows after me. I'm running as fast as I can, but my petrified foot seriously holds me back. Darn it, you can't even call this running. Even though my ankle is free, the lack of feeling in my foot makes it hard to keep my balance. Worse, I can't risk putting too much pressure on the petrified foot. No, this isn't the time to be worrying about myself.
焦る必要はないわよ。すぐにあなたの記憶が消えることはないわよ。
Most likely, at least.
そうだった
No,
としても
not taking that chance.
妹が大変な状況なんだ。焦る理由は十分だろ。
あら、素敵なお兄さんね。空の監視に集中する。しばらく反応できないわよ。
Okay, that sounds fair. Well, hopefully she's not getting herself into trouble. I watched Sophie vanish into her portal and then resume walking. I have an idea of where Sora might be headed. I go straight there. However, going to the shrine, huh? When I reached the shrine, she's nowhere to be seen. Judging by the direction she went, I thought for sure she was headed there. But now I think about it, being forgotten by her friends and family must have been a huge shock to her. There's no way she'd willingly go anywhere. She might run into one of them. She's not here, so where is she?
公園よ。
At the park. She trying to bring Ghost back.
今ベンチに座った。また移動しないうちに捕まえた方がいいわよ。
ありがとう。
Huh. Start running and Sophie disappears again. It'd be nice if she could stick around to guide me, but now's not the time to ask her for more favors. I think she's on it. I would trust her. I arrive at the park gasping for breath and scan the area. There's a group of small kids, their mothers watching over them. Makes sense that this time only parents with kids too young to be at school would be at the park. Which is why anyone wearing a school uniform would stick out like a sore thumb. Parents keep glancing nervously in a particular direction. That's where I head. I find Sora huddled up in a bench and plop down on the seat
こ
next
んな
to
と
her.
ころでぼーっとしてると補導されるぞ。
She looks up puzzled. The moment she sees it's me, she forces out a smile. It's so stiff that it hurts to look at.
やべえ。見つかっちゃった。なんか
You know,
今日学校行く気しなくてさ。
you don't need to lie to me, Sora. Her voice grows quieter and quieter before trailing off. She realized I know, that's why I'm here after all. Her smile crumbles. She hangs her head looking down at the ground with teary eyes. Finally, she starts to talk. She explains what's happening to her.
学校に行ったらみんなに変な顔されて、でも友達は普通に接してくれたから、その時はまだ気づいてなくて。
I mean, so they gave you weird looks, so obviously they still noticed you, but what's strange about that?
お昼になったら一瞬誰って顔されて。
Oh.
冗談かなと思ったけ
Okay,
ど。
yeah, so, like, she's still there. Like, they can still see her. I don't know why I thought she was invisible.
放課後になったら私はみんなにとって知らない人になってた。やっと私の力のせいだって気がついた。
Gosh, this just reminds me of Clan Ed, where a starfish chick, I can't remember her name, but she was like disappearing, and like they had to like remember her, and then they woke up and like didn't remember her. I mean, I'm sorry, that's a spoiler. I'm sorry, but like it's not a huge spoiler, okay? And if you haven't seen Clan Ad by now, like this is the visual novel has been out for a while, the anime's been out for a while. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, okay? That's all I'm saying. I own it on Blu-ray. Great series. But I know Sora's not done talking yet. I quietly wait for her to continue. I'll sit there until she can work up the courage to say what happened next.
もしかしてって思って家に帰ってみた。
I totally forgot she has like a side ponytail. I was like, who the frick are they talking about? Of course not. I'm your older brother. Of course I wouldn't forget you. Finally, Sora turns to face me. Her eyes are filled with grief. Gosh, I don't think we really had like very many sad moments with Sora yet. Like this is very different for her personality. I like her better when she's happy and annoying. Words are cheap. I've always believed that actions are really how you show your sincerity, but there's a time for words as well. And I think right now is one of those times. I reach out and pat Sora on the head. I swear to you, Sora, I won't let this become a lie.
空のことを忘れないよ。帰ろう。
But hey, at least you don't have to go to school. Look at the positives here, the benefits. And if you guys do end up together, no one will know you're brother and sister secretly. So, hey, that works out for you, right? When we return home, Sora falls fast asleep. I explained about the medicine Sophie was making. She looked incredibly relieved. She probably didn't sleep a wink last night. No wonder she's conked out the moment we got back. I can't imagine the pain she went through, discovering that her friends and even her parents have forgotten all about her. Yeah, that would be very traumatizing. It's incomprehensible.
Kakeru?
Sophie calls out to me. I turn around and see her floating in the kitchen. I guess whatever this is about, she doesn't want Sora over here. I get up and hobble over.
空の様子は？
相当動揺してる。力の制御ができないみたいだ。
Yeah, she's understandably a little upset.
そうでしょうね。経験上、これから一気に崩れるわよ。
Okay.
もう猶予はあまりないわね。
I mean, what can we do about it? For a second, it feels like my heart stopped. We're running out of time. I have to do something before it's too late.
いつできるんだ。
あと2、3日ってところね。
It'd probably help if we didn't, like, constantly call out to her.
2、3日。
急がせてはいるけれどどうにもならないわ。こればっかりは。
何か他にないのか。応急処置とか。
本人の気の持ちよう。強い意志。それだけよ。だからこそ心が折れれば症状が一気に悪化する。
I wonder what will happen that'll cause her to, like, keep her strength up. Will keep her will to live and not disappear fully. I wonder what could happen between these two that would cause that. We'll see. I have some
持
faith.
つのか。
This game doesn't go straight into those kind of things, which is nice.
あなた次第。
俺にできることがあるんだな。
あるわよ。あなたにしかできないことが。
We give her a head pat.
教えてくれ。
特別なことじゃないわ。あなたが空の拠り所になっているのは間違いない。だから、
Okay.
今まで通りいいお兄さんでいてあげればいいの
We can try that. I mean, I feel like we already are a pretty good older brother. I mean, we definitely could, like, lay off on some of the teasing and stuff.
支えてあげなさい。空が元気を取り戻せば、1週間でも2週間でも持つわよ。
そうか。2週間。
でも、
Oh gosh, what's the catch here?
安心するのは早いわよ。情緒不安定な人間を支えるのはとても難しい。
Oh yeah, that's absolutely true.
話が支離滅裂になって会話自体が成立しなくなることだってある。
Yep. I have personal experience with this.
逆に感情が乏しくなって外的刺激に全く反応を示さなくなることも。気をつけなさい。空の心が折れれば消えてしまいたいとでも願ってしまったらきっとあなたも。
Well, that's not good. Don't mention that.
十二分に気をつけなさい。いつも叩いている憎まれ口。冗談のつもりでもそれだけでぽっきりいっちゃうかもしれないから。
Okay, so you're saying she's especially sensitive right now. Don't do your normal joking around because she's gonna take it more to heart than she normally would.
わかった。
あなた、存外素直なのよね。本当に気をつけなさいね。時には嘘も必要よ。
Yeah,
素
I
直
think you're
なだ
right.
けじゃダメ。
As terrible as that is, like telling someone a lie sometimes in a certain situation, it can be a good comfort.
ああ。
何かあったらすぐに呼びなさい。今回だけは怒らないであげるわ。もっとも力になれるかはわか
わかった。
Alrighty. Well, it's certainly not a great situation to be in, I'll say that. After I thank her, Sophie disappears. So everything is riding on Sora's feelings and on whether or not I can support her. While Sophie was telling me all that stuff about how it was a singularity, I didn't really get it. But now I'm painfully aware of what she meant. I have to weigh every action carefully. Even the smallest misstep could tear Sora away from me. I head back to the living room and sit down next to my bed. Still fast asleep. From the looks of it, she didn't hear our conversation. There's not much I can do for Sora, just a couple things really. Above all, keep my promise to her, and stay beside her, until she's finally free from the artifact's curse. The sun goes down and the day turns to night. When Sora woke up, she tried to act like her usual cheerful self, but she kept spacing out. It's obvious she's still feeling down. She didn't have much of an appetite either. She hardly ate anything for lunch or dinner. I wanted to do something for her, so I thought about calling over Kujo, Yuki, and Kosuke-senpai since they still likely remember her, but I decided against it in the end. Yeah, I think as much as I know this is going to lead to certain things happening, it should just be them two. I settled for telling just Kujo about everything that happened to Sora. She seemed truly worried, but I've got a nagging fear. The day after I was attacked by ghosts, I explained what happened to Kujo and Yuki, but back then, Kujo looked like she was having trouble putting her thoughts into words, and she trailed off more than once. She said she was just spacing out, and I'm pretty sure that was right after she said we'd be fine for a little while since Sora had erased ghosts with her powers. I was only dimly aware of it at the time, but the timing of Kujo's pauses left an impression on me. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but what if Kujo was already starting to lose her memories of Sora? Yeah, that sounds about right. That would explain why she looked a little confused every time I mentioned her. I might be reading too much into it, but I can't deny the possibility. And if that's true, I can't possibly let Kujo, Yuki, or Kosuke-senpai see Sora right now. What if they start forgetting Sora while they're talking to her? Yeah, I feel like don't want anyone around her that knows her forgetting about her. Like you don't want her to see that. Just bring as little attention to it as possible. If they ask who she is in the middle of a conversation, Sora might completely break down. I'm not confident I can support her through that. I can't afford to take any risks right now. Every decision matters, and I've got to make the right one. I look up from the monitor and turn to Sora. She's lying on the bed playing with her phone.
Oh.
To be honest, I wasn't paying any attention at all to what I was watching. Turns out that not only have the credits rolled, I've gotten the recommended for you pop-up with a bunch of similar looking stuff.
Ah, Mama. バレたか。
考え事？
まあな。
当てようか。
正解。
Of course. For some reason, I listened to the smile at her and she rolls over to my side.
何が？
お兄ちゃんが私のこと考えてくれて。
Of course, you're my cute little Emoto. Of course, I'd be thinking about you.
考えるだろう。非常事態だし。
頭の中が私でいっぱいになってるのが嬉しい。ドキッとした。
I'm about to say like hell, but I catch myself. Man, it feels weird having to watch what I say around Sora. Our usual patter won't work. What do I even say? Sora snickers and gently pats my head. Guess she figured me out already.
いつも通りにしてよね。調子狂っちゃう。心配してもらえるのは嬉しいけどね。
She's a smart one, alright. She's on to
今の優
us.
しいお兄ちゃんキャンペーン中なんだよ。甘えとけ。
Take advantage of it while it lasts.
甘えていいの？
Oh my gosh, no! Don't say that.
常識の範囲内で。
じゃあ。
Sora draws closer and wraps her arm around me.
ねえ
ああ。
キスして。
Bruh.
は。
Why do you do this game? Why? 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 Why does this need... Why? Normally Sora would be able to keep a straight face saying something like that. And even that wasn't her normal joking tone. Emotional instability, confusion, Sophie's warning flashes through the back of my mind. Yes, we have to have a relationship with our sister. This is the most Alabama thing we could possibly do, but it's necessary to keep her alive. She brings her lips closer, her breath tickling my cheek. Her face is millimeters away from mine now, just before her lips touch my cheek. She smiles impishly and pulls away.
お兄ちゃん、こういうのはうまく返せないんだね。
Prank! Yeah, totally. That's what I thought it was. Yeah, totally. Gosh, they're really getting close. Like, they're really, like, trying to make it seem like it's gonna happen, but it's not. And you just know it's gonna happen. I can't believe I seriously thought she was coming home to me. I blushed and looked away.
さすが童貞。
I'm sorry that I'm a little uncomfortable with my sister coming on to me.
うるせえよ。
そうですよ。お兄ちゃんのために取ってあるの。
It's not a joke, guys. It's not.
お前な。
超ダッセー。動揺してる。
してねえよ、アホ。
してるじゃん。ドキドキしてるでしょ。
No.
してない。
私はしてるよ。わあ、マジか。
Alright, that was funny. I'll give you that
う
one.
るせえ。もう寝ろ。
まだ眠くないもん。
俺は眠い。眠くなくても寝ろ。
寝るのが怖い。
約束したろ。起きたらちゃんとおはようってお前に言うよ。いつも通り。
No, this isn't how they're gonna do it. Okay. So I thought, like, she was literally just gonna get erased, right? And, like, she wasn't gonna technically be his sister anymore. I know what it is now. He's gonna forget about her, and she's going to come on to him, and he's gonna take it seriously. And it's gonna happen.
心配ないからしっかり眠れ。今日は疲れたろ。
I can't believe I'm theorizing about how this dude's gonna get with his sister. What am I doing with my life right now? Why? Why do I do this? Why do I have to play this game, guys?
お兄ちゃん、
あ、
大好き。
もう照れないぞ。
今のは冗談じゃ
Yeah, that was just like a I love you, you're my brother type thing. That one wasn't like a. Sora hugs me from behind and rests her forehead against mine. We stay like that for a while until Sora finally gets into bed.
歯磨いてくる。
Or I guess she gets off the bed, I should say.
あ、
Alright, probably a good idea. Brush her teeth. Sora walks into the bathroom, closes the door behind her. Sora used to say that a dozen times a day when we were kids. It always made me happy, but back then I'd always reply with him, I love you too. But around that time I started middle school when Sora was close to graduating elementary. I started getting embarrassed, so I told her to knock it off. After that, she started telling me she loved me less and less, started acting less clingy too. Nowadays, we banter all the time, always trying to take each other down a peg. We hardly say anything so sappy to each other. The fact that Sora had started reverting to her younger self, the fact that she's exclusively calling me Oni-chan now is not a good omen. Yeah, where's all the broskies and the bromios and brozos? I have to protect her. As Sora's older brother, I need to support her. That's why I'm here. I reaffirm my resolve. I spent a little time while reminiscing about the old days together. In kindergarten and elementary school, Sora was so attached to me that she tried to follow me around to my classes. The night before my field trip, she threw a tantrum because she wanted to go with me. The next morning, she sobbed the whole way while seeing me off. It was only around that time she started high school that she stopped being quite so needy, and we built up a new rapport of teasing each other. She blossomed as a person. She opened up more, started smiling and yelling, both, around other people. Of course, she's still a little spoiled. Even now, she's got me wrapped around her little finger. No matter what kind of crazy stunts Sora pulled, I was always the one Mom and Dad yelled at. She's got a habit of being quick to apologize, but then just as quick to forget about what got her into hot water in the first place. Despite that, it's only with her family that she'll repeat her mistakes. Surprisingly, with her friends, she has her act together. I know I've seen her out there at sports festivals, cultural festivals, you name it. In elementary and middle school, all of her classmates and friends really relied on her. In fact, I'm honestly kind of amazed how different she is when she's with her friends than when she's with her family. Good, I still remember it all. I haven't forgotten anything. I won't ever let myself forget that I'm Sora's older brother. Well, yeah, we'll see about that. I think he's gonna forget. I think he's gonna forget. But we'll see.
Moshi moshi. Kasa.
Okay, I'm actually I think I'm gonna end it here because I feel like this is gonna be something interesting coming up. I know it's only like 40 minutes into the video. But I am gonna end it here. I think he's gonna forget. That's my theory. He's gonna forget. He might have already forgotten by this point right now. And then that's what's gonna end up happening. They're gonna like end up doing something. Maybe he's gonna end up remembering, and then they're gonna have like some kind of H scene. Like it's gonna come up because I mean we're what, episode 11 right now or something like that. Like we're pretty far into the game. And I don't know how much longer this is than episode 1, but episode 1 was about so-and-so episodes. Like, we're around there. Wasn't too long. Wasn't too crazy. But we'll see. We'll see what they're gonna do. So I'll end it here, and maybe I'll make a longer episode if there's a lot going on. I'm not sure, but I want to end it before like we really start getting into a bunch of stuff. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.